Hey there, it's Miss Piambo. I'm back with some highlights from your summer reading list. This presentation will be posted on the library website, both in screencast form and just as slides if you would like to remember any of the ones that I talk about. And as a reminder, as we go through, if you see this symbol right here, this O, it means that the book is available as an ebook on Overdrive. If you see that as headphones, that means it's available as an audiobook on Overdrive, and some are actually both. Books Inc. is going to make every attempt to bring these books to our book fair, which will be happening in just a short while. Have you ever thought that your parents have no idea what you're really capable of? Cassidy's parents are famous TV ghost hunters who have no idea that Cassidy can see actual ghosts. Like Jacob, her ghostly best friend who saved her from drowning. Cassidy can also enter into the world of the dead, which so far has been mostly fun and not all that dangerous with Jacob there to protect her. But when her parents take her on location to Edinburgh, Cassidy encounters a malevolent spirit that wants something from her and isn't afraid to hurt her to get it. Morgan Crow is cursed. She's supposed to die on Eventide, but instead she's rescued by Jupiter North, think like Willy Wonka or Doctor who whisks her out of the jaws of the smoke hounds and into the magical world of Nevermore. Trouble is, what North did isn't strictly legal, and Morgan's only chance to stay in Nevermore is to win a place at the prestigious Wondrous Society, which is kind of like Hogwarts. Shouldn't be too hard, except that Morgan has absolutely no magical talent whatsoever. If you like Harry Potter or the Unwanteds, you'll love Nevermore. Daisy Giordano has never wanted to be a cheerleader. It's just not her thing, and it doesn't help that Samantha Devereaux, the head cheerleader, is her ex-best friend. But then Samantha starts wearing all black and wheeling around a little coffin like a wheelie backpack, and cheerleaders start falling sick with the mysterious illness and even dying. So Daisy goes undercover to try to save them. It's too bad she doesn't have any psychic powers like her sister and her mother, but at least she has the help of her hunky best friend who has a secret of his own. Will their sleuthing skills be enough to find the killer before it's too late? Now, Books Inc. may have trouble getting this one for us, but we have multiple copies on Overdrive. Orphan Sage is used to fighting for his life, but until recently that has meant stealing to feed himself and his fellow homeless. Now he is being forced to compete against other unfortunate souls to see who is best at impersonating the crown prince. The losers will be killed, and the winner gets to be part of a civil war bent on assassination. Now Surge is forced to choose to lie or choose to die. Now really, how much do you love your technology? Be honest. Tons, right? How far would you go to save your tech if someone threatened to take it away? Well, when the anti-machinists take over the world, some forward-thinking people save all tech knowledge inside a mechanical boy asleep in the depths of an icebreaker ship endlessly circling the Arctic. 300 years later, no one remembers the ship's original purpose. They're too busy fighting to survive, and fighting each other. Then the anti-machinists send a nameless orphan to the ship to destroy the mechanical boy in any hope of bringing technology back. But first he'll have to deal with Petrel, the outcast girl who saves him from certain death. Can Petrel figure out what he's up to before he destroys the legendary sleeping captain? This breakneck adventure is perfect for fans of City of Ember, and the audiobook is amazing. So Neal Shusterman is one of our most popular authors for very good reason. Scythe and Thunderhead, these ones, won the Battle of the Books teen category 2 years in a row. Totally trippy. These teen novels about a chilling solution to population control in a world that has eliminated disease. Human scythes who reap from their fellow humans. So two that we totally recommend too are Full Tilt and Dry. In Full Tilt, Blake enters a carnival from hell to save his wild brother Quinn, but all the rides turn real and he could really die on them before he has a chance to even find that brother. In Dry, it focuses on this concept that you have 3 days to animal. Behavioral scientists think it only takes 3 days without a basic need like food or water for people to shed the skin of civilization and act like animals fighting for survival. So, when the water supply to Los Angeles shuts down, How long before neighbor turns on neighbor? Jason Reynolds is another of our favorite authors. He never read an entire book before he was 17 because he never saw himself in the books available to him. Now he set out to write books that are not boring. If you've already read these, you can take advantage of the read any book by the author loophole and read something else. But we love this series, Track. You do not need to love track or even sports to love these books. But track is the one thing that is saving these four different but very troubled kids. You'll probably find something to relate to in their stories, hopefully not Ghost having to run from a violent father, but maybe in the way he makes bad choices and has the opportunity to learn from them. Don't waste your opportunity to learn from this master, Jason Reynolds. In Harbor Me, 6 students from very different backgrounds are given an hour each week alone in a room without even a teacher to try to get to know each other. Each of them is dealing with something very different and very heavy. But will they be able to open up to each other? Will they be able to be each other's harbor in a dangerous sea? Jacqueline Woodson writes short novels that pack an emotional wallop. Keep the tissues handy. Alan Gratz also knows how to write exciting book that kids like Refugee. In Grenade, talks about a historical event. So in World War II, when the American Army landed on the island of Okinawa, the Japanese Army took a bunch of middle school kids out of their school, handed each kid 2 grenades, and said, "Don't come back until you kill an American." Hideki, a small boy bullied by the older kids, ends up separated from his classmates and his family, wandering the countryside alone, a refugee in his own homeland, with only 2 grenades to protect him. This novel is not for the faint of heart. A lot of really terrible things happen. Alan Gratz says he hopes this book will make readers think about the things that divide us and the things that tie us together. So as a reminder, you can now get permission to access our teen collection, and you can access these books on Overdrive. So fill out that form if you're interested, if you haven't already, or have your parents email us. 3 books that we recommend from the teen collection are these ones. In Truly Devious, Stevie Bell is obsessed with a decades-old murder kidnapping, unsolved of course, and that obsession lands her a coveted spot in an independent school for gifted kids in remote Vermont, housed in the mansion where that kidnapping took place. Now she has access to all of the clues and a front row seat to a new mystery when her classmates start mysteriously dying. Dear Martin, if you liked The Hate U Give, you'll love Dear Martin. Justice has a run-in with a police officer who thinks he's trying to rob his white-looking girlfriend when he was actually protecting her. And most of his classmates at this swanky private school he attends just don't understand. So he writes letters to Martin Luther King to try to come to terms with what's happening to him. You may know Trevor Noah from The Daily Show, but he was born in apartheid-era South Africa to a black mother and a white father, which was considered illegal at the time. This memoir hilariously recounts his adventures growing up, where he was never accepted by either community. We have the Young Readers edition on Overdrive, but the audiobook version of the full memoir is amazing. Finally, Artemis Fowl. This summer, Disney will be releasing the movie adaptation of Owen Colfer's classic tale of the son of a criminal mastermind trying to steal from the high-tech fairies to restore his family's fortune. It promises